Hi guys, it's the Migas again. Cindy
Hello,
here.
Nora here.
Hola, hola. So today's episode it is titled "Self-Care is Not Selfish." So to segue from the last episode where I discussed how I told myself while I was pregnant, or even I think before I got pregnant, that I would still continue doing things for myself after I gave birth. And again, I don't think I ever told myself self care is not selfish, but I did say things along the line as putting myself first is
Yeah,
not selfish.
yeah,
Because, like they say, if I'm not good or if you ain't good, if the main person in the household ain't good, ain't nobody gonna be good. Like,
that's
if that
right.
CEO walks in to your job and he freaking pissed off or she's pissed off, forget it. Everybody's gonna have a bad day. So, or I shouldn't say a bad day, everyone's gonna feel it.
Yeah,
So that's kind of how I feel with taking care of yourself. Whether, again, that be a quick freaking walk around the block, a quick step outside your front door for fresh air, change of scenery, whatever it is that you need to recenter yourself, to refocus. Because sometimes we can't go out, for a long run or a long walk or go to the mall, do a little mall walking, window shopping, really shopping.
super
Tar-
shopping.
Target walks down the long
Right,
aisles.
beautiful strolls down the aisles of Target. But that's something that I've always struggled with the self care portion because it's like there's only so many hours in the day, and then when you go ahead and you take that time for yourself, you just kind of feel like crap. Like I could have done this, or like those little dishes are just gonna be waiting for me. Let me just get them done right now, or like something like that. So for me personally, the self care portion is extremely hard for me to do. Um,
And
I do
why?
go.
Why?
Time. So
Time.
I go once every 2 weeks. I've made it like it is like set in stone. I go once every 2 weeks to my hair salon. Shout out to my girl Cece. Hey.
That's not me.
No.
I'm like, I used to be CC.
Yeah. No. So and then that salon actually has where I can do my nails and I can do my eyebrows and everything. So it's
All
like
in
a
all,
one stop shop.
one stop shop. I like that.
So for that, but like it's so crazy because when I go right now, the kids are in school, so I'm like, great, I have until 12 o'clock. I have to be out of here by 12 so I can get there. But that little bit of time, I'm not like pressured like as if they were home being watched.
Gotcha. Because I get that's another thing too.
Yes.
It's like, are they watching my kids? How I watch my kids?
Exactly.
But once you let go of that, what is it? Control. And mind you, I'm very, very type A. And the people that know me that listen to this are like, oh yes, she sure is. And interesting enough, I've been able to kind of take a backseat after becoming a mom. Interesting enough. Like I'd still, I guess, had all that control and the things I want to do. But at the end of the day, one thing I also told myself while pregnant, I think, again, if you're pregnant right now, please take notes. I think it'll go a long way if you already kind of have this mentality before you give birth. It was I cannot control what goes on outside of my four walls. I forgot where I heard it from, but once I heard that, I was like, oh shit, that makes sense. And now, obviously, when I'm outside those four walls, I cannot really control what's going on in the four
Yeah.
walls. Even though there's cameras, I can like check on, like, hey, why is he still in pajamas?
Yeah.
Did you change his diaper? And I'm just like, you know what? He's fine. He's safe. Whether he ate what he needed to eat, it is what it is. I'm gonna step out for whatever I need to step out for and do what I need to do. And when I come back, then I'll just reassess. Like, all right, what did he? Okay, he didn't eat. Like I used to also get kind of like mad at that. Like, damn, he didn't eat. Like I made him this, I made him that. Like,
Yeah.
How many times did you try?
Yeah.
But now I'm like, okay, all right, cool. I'm like, we'll just again readjust, remother or reparent when I get
Reset.
home. Yeah, and that's how I feel like I'm able to truly enjoy those moments out alone. Again, for me, like you said, with your hair, my hair not so much lately, but I used to be very consistent with that. Once Caleb was born, I think I was going at least once a week, and it was just easier. I have crazy curly hair, so to just have it straight, a lot easier to maintain and not looking so crazy if I want to run out real quick as well. And then
so much respect for curly hair. P.S. Because I have
seriously
curly hair as well. It's just
It's work.
It's a process,
it's
girl.
super.
I just wrap it at night in a silk, like my silk scarf, or like I put my bonnet on, and then I just unwrap it, and I can move on with my day.
Exactly.
But it's also just not. That's not me. It's just not me. Like the look, it just doesn't go with my face. So it is what it is.
And I think it does.
No. I honestly look like I'm in like grade school.
I feel you though with the curly hair, and especially like now, like again, they do say the texture of your hair changes after you give birth.
Yeah, well, 3 times. So.
And but I didn't feel it instantly. When does it happen? Does it like a year after?
So I mean, before the kids, like my curls were kind of like, they weren't as tight.
Okay.
And like now, it's like a phone cord. Like
okay.
the old school phone cord. If any of you guys know what a phone cord is, please just stretch.
Well, now they have like the scrunchies like that, and the mosquito wristbands that are curly.
That. But yeah, it's like, oh, Max is over there having a great time. But yeah, that's how tight it is. But that's after like my hair falls off and all that stuff after birth. Fun times.
Yeah. Went through. Yeah. So yeah, hair care was definitely important for me, and then it kind of went downhill when again the hair loss started coming in, and post COVID too. That's another thing that we're dealing with as well. Like, you know, everybody has all these post COVID symptoms, and everybody also gets different ones. Mm-hmm. But one of the main ones that I've heard is the hair loss. And that's actually why I was going more consistent to the salon. Yeah. Because when I would wash it myself, all this chunk of hair, like literally 2 handfuls of hair. Yeah. And that to me was super alarming. I was like, oh my God, am I sick? What's going on? Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the salon. And I would tell whoever's washing my hair, do not tell me how much hair is coming out. Because, like, you know, mind over matter. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not seeing it. I'm sitting back. They're washing my hair. I ain't seeing it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess that's another, even, you know, post-COVID or not, just postpartum hair loss. If you can go get it professionally done so you're not seeing all that hair coming out, it will give you a little peace of mind. Like now it has definitely calmed down. And again, my son is going to be 2 in October. But then I also last August to be exact, my mom went through double knee replacement surgery. Caleb was sick as a dog from being in and out of daycare. And I remember I kept my hair up in a top bun, literally, and you guys can say disgusting, whatever you can. Whatever it is that you're going to think right now, for 3 weeks. And every day I would kind of like untangle it a little bit. But from doing that, all of my hair in the top broke off. And I'm still like now dealing like with the regrowth. It's long now, but then I went to my girl Gina. Shout out to Gina, now working at a 5 salon and spa. And I was like, girl, if you don't figure something out, help me. If you don't figure something out, I'm going full Britney. Full Britney, what was it, 2007? Just do it. Just buzz it off. It's hair or grow back. She was like, no. So she helped me figure something out and been pretty manageable since. And now I'm just waiting for my hair to be long again. Because that was another thing too. My hair was super long. But other than that hair stuff, definitely for me, skincare, facials. And shout out to my girl Jeannie. She is the shit.com, .bomb, anything and everything. That's amazing. And a couple of my friends have gone to her and feel the same. So let me know if you need her information. I started going to her, I think before I got pregnant. We actually ended up like getting pregnant around the same time as well. So, you know, she's over here doing my facials with her belly in my face. And I'm kidding. Her belly bump, like bumping the back of my head. Oh, that was the baby. That wasn't me. And I noticed a huge difference. Like even now, literally, I have 2 pimples, and it's just like that means that I'm overdue for my facial. Because I have not even broken out like this since going to her consistently on a consistent basis. But these past few weeks have been nuts.com. But this podcast today is reminding me to literally call her. I'm calling her right after this to book my next session. And again, I also use that as a relaxing zen thing. The gym, going to the gym as consistent as I can. Right now, I've been going twice a week. have a Peloton that's been collecting dust.
Yeah,
So
it's the world's most expensive coat rack. I have the same thing.
So going to also get back on that. Like even today, this morning, I didn't think I was gonna wake up and make it there on time, but thankfully I did. And I was like, I need to get on the Peloton because I actually started like the challenge. I started a challenge with my friend Daniela for this week, and I'm like, and this girl runs every day or almost every day, at least from what I see. She's out in Florida. And I'm like, oh shit, I need to work out because I'm not going anywhere today where I can get my steps in. Yeah. I'm just going to be pretty, what is the word? It's not sedated or said when you're sitting down for.
Oh my God. Stationary?
Stationary, yeah. There's another word I'm thinking about. I knew I was going to be pretty stationary today. And I was like, oh no, if I don't go to the gym today, she's going to beat me for day one. It's like a 7-day competition. But yeah, again, that's another way for self-care, kind of keeping each other accountable, little fun, unless you're a sore loser.
or like super competitive. But,
yeah. I mean, I could get competitive when it comes to, like, that's why I said it pushed me today to go. Even if I was 15 minutes late for my session, I still got 30 minutes in that I would not have done if I stayed.
If you would have just stayed home.
Stationary at home.
Yeah. But, there's so many different things that you can do also.
Absolutely. It doesn't need to be like your basic massage, nails. It could be
like
journaling.
Or like a cup of coffee outside in peace, like 15 minutes. You're just like, hey.
Listen to the birds.
Yeah, or listen to a podcast.
Oh, yeah. With the birds chirping in the
background. Or your favorite song, or, just all that fun stuff. Like you can do whatever that makes you happy, and that's a form of self-care. Driving yourself to your Starbucks and then going over to get your coffee, or I don't know, like it's just so crazy because it's like I say it all the time. I'm like, it is so easy. The hell it's not. Like so with one, like when I had just Ollie, I remember my mind was like, no one can watch him, like whatever. My mom would help.
It's like first time mom problem.
Exactly. And I was like, no, there's no way. Blah, blah, blah. And then I had Elena immediately afterwards. So it's like no break.
Okay.
Like for Ollie's first birthday, I was super pregnant, like with Elena. So I'm like, oh great, because she was born in October. And then I'm like, okay, now with 2 kids, it's hard, but like with 3, it's just super hard. But the good thing is that they're both in school. So right now they're in the extended school year program, which is in the summer until 12:30. And it's like that small little breaks. It's 4 hours.
It's huge.
But 4 hours, I never realized how much stuff I can get done in 4 hours. So
what is it? What did we say? Oh, it feels like we've done so much shit already. Feels like 5 o'clock at 9 a.m.
And it's like, I'm like, seriously, like what is happening? Why? Like, like I was messaging you today. I'm like, all of this has been done, and it was 10:42.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna read off exactly what it was that she did, because I was like, oh shit, that's a whole paragraph. So Miss Nora said, I woke up, put in my pumps, dressed the kids, teeth brush, hair did, got backpacks ready, snack ready, in the car to school, drop off. She bathed the little baby, Zozo, Miss Yum Yums, dressed her, breakfast for me and Berto, made all the beds. Damn, that's a lot of beds.
Yeah, 3 beds.
Folded the sheets, cleaned up a little, ran the dishwasher, cleaned Max's piss. Max is the dog of the house. Okay, not another child.
Yeah, not another child.
Well, yeah, you're right. It is another child. Took him out. I read load of laundry, and it's only 10:42.
It's like a marathon in the house. But it's so crazy. Like you get to a point where you're so tired and you don't do any of that. I don't know where this energy came from, but like I was just like, let me just get everything done. And the fact, like making the beds, seeing the kids' rooms nice and clean, seeing our room nice and clean, I was just like, wow, this makes me happy. This is a form of self-care for myself.
I agree.
Because the way my brain works, like when things are in order, I'm relaxed.
Same.
That's like, it has to be in order. It's like, and then like I'm envisioning things in my head, like how it should look. Like that corner over there where I throw the backpacks and everything. I'm like, nothing should be up there. And then like for me, cleaning it up is a form of self-care.
No, I hear that.
Because it leaves that jumble just out.
I agree.
So you don't have to spend money for self-care. It could just literally be, hey, this closet is absolutely out of control. Let me go fix it. And then it makes you feel good.
I agree.
So whatever it is that makes you feel good, that's not illegal. I say go for it because that's just, everyone has their own version of self-care.
Absolutely. And would definitely love to hear, what you guys do for self-care. And
And just remember, it's not selfish. Like,
yes.
I have this one friend. Her name is the Self-Care Mom on Instagram. Like, follow her. Her name is Fatima. She's amazing, and she is literally the biggest advocate I know for self-care. And she'll do even like, so she has like blondish hair, and she dyes her own hair, and she does that, and she's like, this is a form of self-care for me. And she provides on her platform like lists of things to do, like if you're feeling overwhelmed, like to, she has a bunch of stuff. And it's just so nice that she's a mom of 3. She lives in Florida. She blogs, like, she's a content creation, like, and that's what she does. And she finds the time, like, she's like, she put a hammock in her backyard, and she's like, I take 15 minutes, and like, like,
I like that.
just the little
super
things she
zen.
does. Yeah, like the things that she posts, like, it's so real, because it's like, you don't have to break the bank to feel good. You don't have to, like, if you have the means.
Let me take notes.
Yeah, like, if you have the means,
I'm off to Carpaccio. That's my
American dream.
That's my fucking self-care.
Yeah. But it's like, those little things that she does, and she shares a lot of parenting things too, with what to do in South Florida. But I love reading her posts. Like, when she posts, I actually click, I go on, I'm like, oh my God, that's so true. Oh my God, that's so true. Yeah, I can just sit here and just look outside my window. Right. Like, pick a section of my house or in the backyard that's so nice and calming to me. And I actually took her advice, because she fixed her yard space. Like, she bought a bunch of stuff from Target, and it was like, Target. It wasn't like breaking the bank. Like, she just created a nice space for herself and her family that she can sit and relax. And then I was like, Walmart.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's not knock Walmart. And
for real, we love you, Walmart.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, some parts of it. Because sometimes I wanna go. Like, no, Target.
I know, like, if you could just be more aesthetically,
pleasing, like,
pleasing.
I mean, I feel like, they're
it's
trying
just
to
sometimes,
step it up.
yeah, it's just like, it's just
garden.
even like the lighting. It's just the lighting.
Yeah, it is. It's very unflattering, but your prices are good, so
Word.
I'll keep the ugly lighting.
For real, I was like, I'll go in there with a flashlight,
right? Like a minion. But yeah, so like in our yard space, like last year I bought like a pergola. I put like the nice lighting.
That's gorgeous.
And then I put like, we just got like a little set from Walmart, which was decently priced, and I'm like, wow, like, I didn't have to break the bank in order to create like a little oasis space.
I like that,
because my brain and my mind and my heart are in Florida, and I'm stuck here in the dirty Jersey.
I hope she stays.
So
Stay with
like,
the dirt.
It smells in here.
It be smelling in Florida too.
I know. That's true.
Not to trash talk Florida, but yeah, if you know me, you know how I feel about Florida.
It smells like wealth.
Not all the parts,
County.
all right? Not all the
Palm
parts.
Beach
Okay.
But yeah, so like those little things, like what I'm trying to get to is like, self-care is whatever makes you happy, and whatever you like. It doesn't have to look Instagram or Pinterest or TikTok worthy. Like, there is that.
I mean, and it can if you like that, but also keep it. The biggest thing is keep it real.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
Like, when you look in the mirror, what are you doing for you?
Exactly.
And now, if you want to post about it and share what you're doing for you,
no, absolutely.
then I love that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, sometimes when we see, like, for example, like, you see the Kardashians post or whatever, it's like all this crazy stuff that they're doing, and you're just like, I could never afford that. And then there's, regular people living above their means as a form of self-care. No, do not put yourself in debt.
For real.
For self-care.
For
if
real.
you have the means, girl or guy, you do what you do. Like, that's it. But at the end of the day, like, if it's not bringing you joy, if it's not bringing yourself happiness, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Not worth that stress.
Absolutely.
Because it's just going to give you even more stress.
Absolutely.
So, like,
I like that.
Like, for example, like, my mom is absolutely insane sometimes. I'm honestly like, what are you doing, woman? And like, she'll just come out of nowhere and be like, I was depressed today, and I went and bought a new phone. And I'm like, ma'am,
did that fix the depression?
I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, yeah, I just was, I was feeling sad, so I went out. And her form of self-care is shopping, but now it's getting to the point where it's a little alarming, because I'm like, you can't buy big ticket items.
Correct.
When we we are the middle class here, ma'am. Like, we are not like.
But see, one thing I guess maybe to encourage. I'm like, you're the angel over here. I'm the little devil.
Go to the Dollar Tree and buy something.
No, because I'm like, for me, sometimes I say, oh, I need retail therapy, but if through that process, let's say walking through whatever aisle it is, I have a freaking epiphany, or like again, talk about recentering yourself, like, damn, maybe I did overreact to that. Like, if going, not necessarily having to spend the money, but again, window shopping, walking through these aisles, or you get some sort of inspiration that maybe had to do with why the hell you're fucking pissed off.
Yeah, facts.
If things click for you in those aisles, then I will. If this is making any sense whatsoever, but in my brain, again, like if your mom, again, she's going to that cell phone store, but while she's at that cell phone store, she's having a meaningful conversation with the salesperson, and it's like, okay, maybe I am depressed, but through this conversation, I can work on my depression or things, or maybe, that's a trigger for me.
Yeah.
I won't engage in that type of stuff anymore, or I'll engage in that stuff less, so I'm going to work on that. Yeah. That's where I was trying to get to.
Nah, she's at that counter and she's like, where do I sign?
She's like, I don't want to talk to you.
She's like, where do I sign? Where's the best iPhone? What's the most expensive iPhone you have? That case is $70?
Give it to me. Give it to me. Does this have like the Swarovski crystals?
Yes,
I want that one. Can I go get it blinged out?
But that's on sale? Don't.
I can't. It can't have the 99 at the end. It has to have the 0.
The 0. Like, come on. This is just... Love you,
another thing. Another thing I wanted to touch on. Doing those inexpensive self-care stuff. Maybe something too that you enjoyed before, and this also ties into the last episode. Like, who were you before? And let's say if you had a certain hobby.
Yeah, did you have hobbies?
Yeah.
What were your likes?
Or maybe meeting up with a long-term friend that friend gave you all the feel-good vibes, and you leave that conversation feeling lifted or stuff like that. And again, you guys can go out for coffee, or they can come over to your place, or you guys can meet at
a park.
A park. I was gonna say the library, but you ain't gonna be talking, or Barnes and Noble. But it's just like, definitely give it thought, think it through, and there's definitely, and we can even post stuff and repost from the self-care mom ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, it could be anything, big or small, whatever, but at the end of the day, if it's gonna cause you like doubt, or if it's going to make you feel some type of way after the fact, because you get the serotonin boost, and then that goes down.
So that's what I was talking about, the retail therapy. It's like a little bit of like, okay, this is great, but then when you actually, you're like, even like wanting something so bad, and then when you finally get it, it's like, okay, it wasn't that.
Hold on to the receipt.
Like, all right, like, it brought me joy getting it, but then it's just like, is it going to continue to bring me joy? That's why I always say that joy comes from within.
That's right.
You can't put joy on other people. I remember I was told once, like, well, aren't you happy? Doesn't your husband bring you joy? Doesn't your child bring you joy? I'm like, they do, but on different, I guess, like, levels or something. I was like, I need to make sure that, like, or I couldn't even like explain. This is like, just. Again, this is always gonna happen. Just freaking brain fart.
So what she's saying is, you have to find the joy within, and you can't like depend on other people.
You can't put that happiness on others, because
you're responsible for your own joy.
Absolutely. And again, I guess I just, in my realist, or just keeping it real type of mindset, is people die. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go into more thing. People die, so it's just like, again, if you had put so much joy on that person, or that person brought you so much joy, and then that person is ripped out of your life, what are you left with? How are you going to refine that joy? Again, that's why I say, if you train your brain from start today, train your brain today, like, what makes you happy? What makes Cindy happy? What is it, by myself?
Yeah.
Again, like talking about like people that go out to dinner, that take themselves on dates, that travel freaking across the world. Like I have a family friend that does that. I mean, not a family friend. She's sorry, your family. But I have, and also friends that have traveled on their own to a completely new country. Completely, and I'm like,
solo trips.
that is to me so amazing. And at the same time, I feel like that also gives you such a confidence boost. And again, along the way, like the people that you may meet as well, and just the different conversations that you'll have that'll enlighten you and change your way you think. That's why I just love to talk, because through talking, it's just like, again, you're able to kind of, all this mumble jumble in your brain kind of just sometimes
Comes
just
out.
dump it.
And you need to
That's
do
another thing
that.
too. That's a form of self-care.
Yeah,
Calling a
bring-
friend, FaceTime, you know.
we tend to do our brain dumps at Target with Starbucks in hand. It's just our zen. That's
Absolutely.
our form of self-care, and just
Like,
walk
wow,
through
like,
random
wow, ooh,
aisles.
look at this bullseye.
We've walked through like camping aisles, and we're like, we have no business here, but isn't that tent so cute? Like,
Do we need this fire
yeah,
pit?
do you
for,
need a
like,
fire
this
pit?
thing?
You know, just go ahead, and she'll say yes, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
Like when I bought
The air fryer. I thought about you the other day. I'm like, I meant to ask you, have you used it
Oh,
yet?
absolutely.
Okay.
I use it all the time. I use it all the time.
Because for some reason in my brain, I was like, I think I saw the same box. I was like, I wonder
If it's still
if it's maybe
box.
sitting like in her garage in
No.
the same box. Or
No. I use it every day. My not so little Ninja air fryer with double compartments. It's the best, especially with
Awesome.
kids.
Did you know now that they make ovens?
Yeah.
With air fryers?
Yes, I do. That's
Alright.
absolutely. But I got an air fryer because I don't want to use my oven because
No, but they're like
Yeah,
the
it's
mini oven.
no. All right.
Like
Well.
in the wall.
Oh. Okay. So like if you have like the double.
Yeah, so
oven,
you can
like
get
the
a mini one on
microwave-
top and then a big one
I'd
at the
rather
bottom.
get-
It's a microwave, air fryer,
Oh,
and all,
well.
and a mini oven. It even like has an option to soften ice cream.
Oh, excuse me. First world problems. My ice cream's too hard.
Again, that's a form of self care.
That's
Like
it. Eat ice
upgrading your appliances.
Oh God, that's an expensive.
Well, you're right. We are talking about it.
Let's
But again, that's
$3.99.
But hey, long term, talk
Yeah.
about long term and resale value. If you own your home or plan on buying a home, appliances are definitely a good resale.
Yeah. So, share with us what kind of forms of self care you guys have.
Expensive and inexpensive.
Expensive and inexpensive, please. So, you can find us on Instagram and just share with us. Let us know. The Migas Podcast. The Migas Podcast. And then the next episode, we are going to talk about time management.
Time management. How are you gonna
Yeah.
fit in?
How are you going to
Fit in
10,000
self care?
things
Yeah,
in
seriously.
one day, especially as a mom.
Word.
A
And
working
finding
mom,
time for yourself.
Stay-at-home mom, work from home mom. Like, it's just absolutely crazy. So, we will be coming back with some tips because I do like to think of myself as someone who does have good time management skills because I've worked in an office and I always only did 40 hours. I never wanted to go above or into overtime. And it's just because for myself, I'm like, I could do the work within this time and this is my allotted time. And like now my new role as an admin, I like to get everything done in the beginning. And then towards the end, it's like a contingency. It's like an emergency.
Prepping,
just
yeah.
in case. If
Yeah,
anything
true.
happens or something comes up, I can do it right away and get it over with.
And you could prep for the following week.
Exactly. And I like to prep. It's so crazy because with calendars, I prep like 2 months in advance.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 2-3 months in advance, depending on who the person is and how busy they are. So I'm just like, let me get this.
No, yeah. Hey, and again, we can even have eventually an episode too of resume skills.
Yeah.
Even if you have been a stay-at-home mom, how to
Enter the workforce again.
enter the workforce again
Using your
and
skills.
using the skills that you just gained.
Yeah.
Because hilarious multitasking.
Absolutely.
Like hello, and then time sensitive stuff.
Yeah, picking up things that are an emergency.
Scheduling.
Exactly. Chauffeur, chef, assistant,
Seriously.
maid. Come on, that's all the things. Entrepreneur. Come on.
All of it.
All of it.
So,
but thank you guys again for tuning in.
Yes, gracias. We needed to do last time. The Spanish word was tres.
Yes.
So today is gracias.
Today means thank you.
Means thank you, which is pretty basic, but again, it's just a little reminder.
All right. Have yourselves a great day. Bye, guys.
Deuces. Peace out.